hell of a place you got here, Rick.
Give me a second.
No.
Please, can you just give me a second? He had me hold it. I need the rifle. I know what you're doing out there.
What am I doing out there?
You're practicing. We have to give up our guns, all of them. We can't. If you keep it, and they find it, someone dies. I'm not losing you or Carl or anyone else. I'm not losing anyone else.
Rick.
Look at this. Good for you, Rick. You, sir, are special.
Aw.
Now that you know we can follow your rules.
Yes.
I'd like to ask you if Daryl could stay.
Not happening.
Rick. Daryl might not want to be back.
Daryl?
Daryl.
Well, you try. Now what you gotta do is earn from me. Because we're coming back soon. And when we do, you better have something interesting for us. Or Lucille, she's gonna have her way. I want you to hear that again. If you don't have something interesting for us, somebody's gonna die. And no more magic guns. Grab that deer, it's getting late. Let's go home.
Seriously, come on. You said you were gonna leave him with the food.
Man, I love a gal that buys me dinner and doesn't expect me to put out.
Oh my god, I love Negan so much.
I hope you find a place to lay your pretty little head.
Oh,
Did you find anything else out there?
face of disgust.
Just your dead friends.
Damn.
And you know what I think? I think you and I, we refined our understanding. You want me to go?
Answer this
I think
carefully.
that'd be good.
And just say those two magical words.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't be ridiculous. Thank you.
Oh, Negan. Oh my god.
You know what I think, Rick? I think we're both gonna come out of this winners. Watch my form.
Rick. Don't, Rick. Oh, that was awesome. Rick, please be careful with Lucille.
Clean that up for me for next time. Let's move out.
Get back to Lucille.
How careless of me. You didn't think I was gonna leave Lucille, did you? I mean, after what she did, why would you want her? Thank you for being so accommodating, friend. In case you haven't caught on, I just slid my dick down your throat, and you thanked me for it.
Yes, that was straight out the comic book. Oh my god. I am really gonna look forward, not really going to, I am really looking forward to Negan being in this show. Oh my god. And we still got like 20 minutes left. This is awesome. Well, actually, of the show, probably like 11 minutes with all the commercials. I guess Daryl's leaving. Damn. Rick legit has like no one.
Spencer.
It was him.
You
Bastard.
went into my house. They were gonna kill Olivia. Look, I'm not faulting you for having the guns. I did it myself, but the food and liquor, that's because you're small, Spencer. You're weak. You got lucky
Damn.
with the walls. You got lucky with us. We should have made a deal with them when we could have.
Oh yeah, we're so lucky. You've led us all to the promised land, isn't that right, Rick?
Rick, beat
Here
his
we
ass.
are. I guess Glenn and Abraham were lucky too.
Rick, beat his ass right now.
You say anything like that again to me, I'll break your jaw, knock your teeth out. You understand? Say yes. Yes.
Spencer, not the time.
You had guns?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you tell me you saw what I did to get one? That I need bullets.
I had them for a while because I didn't trust Rick.
He still doesn't.
Because I was worried about him being in charge. You know what? You were right. This doesn't have to be in our life.
Now you say it. Rosita. I don't like that you did that. They legit took, like, everything. Oh my god.
That rifle. It was one of theirs from the outpost. They didn't have a list. Could have hit more.
Did you?
Michonne. Be honest.
No.
See, I can trust her. Spencer?
Everything we have, we got from fighting.
I made the choice. There aren't enough of us. It's about numbers.
There's the hilltop.
They still have the numbers. We play by their rules. And we get some kind of life.
What kind of a life?
I had a friend. I don't talk about him.
Shane?
He was my
Hold up.
partner. He got Lori and Carl to safety right after it all started. I couldn't. I was in the hospital. I didn't know what was happening. My friend, his name was Shane. Him and Lori, they were together. They thought I was dead. I know Judith isn't mine. I know it.
What?
I love her. She's my daughter.
Oh!
But she isn't mine. I had to
Oh my
accept
God.
her. I did.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I could keep her alive. I'll die before she does, and I hope that's a long time from now so I can raise her, protect her, and teach her how to survive. This is how we live now. I had to accept that too so I could keep everyone else alive.
It's not your fault when people die.
Not always, but sometimes it is. You have to accept this. All of us do, or it won't work.
Rick.
I'm gonna try.
That's good. Did she hide another rifle in there? Michonne? What is that? What? No! Those were their mattresses! They just... Wow. Seriously, that's awful. Oh. Let's get it!
Windows presents scenes from the next
hold up.
episode of The Walking Dead.
Maggie said that her people could take care of the saviors. So far, all they've done is put our community at risk. We need to talk.
I'm not saving you anymore.
It's our way out.
For more video, go to amc.com.
It's interesting. Okay, quick thoughts after the episode. Amazing episode. A lot of comic book references with Negan and Rick and the group. Loved it. I might do sort of another in-depth look at it when I get the time. I'm super busy though, but next week looks like it's going to be very interesting. It looks like Carl and Enid are going to go out on like a run or something together, maybe. I don't know if they're supposed to do that or if they just kind of do it on their own. That would be really interesting to see, though. It seems like the Saviors, specifically Simon and his whole crew, are going to go to the hilltop. I'm not sure where in this whole timeline that fits, if it's after Negan visits Rick or when, but Maggie's there, and they said that she's dead, and she's not. So if they find that out, and Rick's already told them that, that's going to cause some problems, unless Simon doesn't really know who she is or whatever. He probably does, though, but regardless, that is probably going to cause some tension, and it seems like shit's going to hit the fan at the hilltop, because Gregory basically ordered a hit on Negan's group using Rick, and Rick's group would not have known where half the shit that the Saviors had were, like the outposts and all of that, unless they were told by someone else. So Negan put it together and figured out why, which I think is really going to cause some problems. Some thoughts with this episode, though. Spencer, really making me nervous. I don't like the way that he doesn't trust Rick. Makes me really nervous about the future going forward. Like, if Rick starts plotting or something, that Spencer's going to tell Negan or something. I don't know. There's some comic book stuff coming up, though, with Spencer that could be really interesting. I was kind of hoping they didn't go that way, but with how things are going now, it seems like they're definitely getting close to that. The Saviors don't know about Eugene's whole plan with that factory to manufacture bullets, though. So that's good. So although they don't have guns, they're going to be able to make bullets, which they could use in guns they scavenge or whatever. So that could really, help out in the future. I don't know if they're going to keep it from Negan or maybe tell him. I don't think it'd be a good idea to tell him, because then they would lose a lot of the element of surprise that they could have. But if he found out that they were doing it, that could also be really bad. There's a whole world of things to talk about. Also, Rick basically said that Judith is Shane's baby, which I thought was really kind of interesting and kind of funny too. Carl, Mr. Big Balls, this episode just decides to, I don't even know. Carl he made me way too nervous. I legit thought that Carl was gonna kill somebody and Negan was about to flip shit, but I was kind of hoping that they were gonna do something that they did in the comics with Carl. They haven't done it yet. I don't know if they're going to. I hope they do, though. Everyone kind of seems put out by Negan, which I was expecting. Another thing I found interesting, though, is that Daryl didn't really talk at all this episode, and he didn't try and ask Negan if he could stay with Rick, even though Negan kind of told him, if he pleads his case, maybe I'll let him stay. I don't know, man. Daryl's got me worried. I don't know if he's completely lost faith or something, or if he feels like he wants to and needs to suffer. So that kind of sucks. Overall, again, really good episode. Loved it. I'm really interested to see where things are going to go next week at the Hilltop. I feel like some people are going to be kind of iffy on next week's episode. People are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. I can't believe that we're already a fourth of the way through the season and halfway through the first chunk. It's going by really fast, and it's making me sad because I don't want it to be over yet, and I know that the first half is going to be over soon, and we got to wait, and the second half will start, and then the second half will be over soon, and then it'll end. But yeah, I think that this was a really good episode, and I think that next week is going to be a really good episode as well. If you have any questions or comments on the episode, things that I may not have pointed out that you noticed, you can leave them in the comments down below. Also, tell me what you think is, or not what you think, tell me when you think plotting is going to start happening for taking vengeance on Negan's group. Not only when, but who. Who do you think is going to be the first person to start plotting? We've already kind of seen some plotting with Rosita and Spencer. Rosita also, at the end of the episode, she went to Eugene and she wants him to start making bullets, which I did mention earlier, but I think that's really interesting. At first, I thought she was going to go there and, like, want to stay with him. A whole other sort of side of things, but, so those two, maybe a little bit of Eugene, are starting to kind of plot. Rick and Michonne are kind of going total submission right now, which is really, I wasn't expecting that this quick, but it's good because that means that Negan's not going to kill anybody right off the bat. Carl, I don't know, he's a wild card for me right now, and most of the other people, they didn't really spend too much time on. Can't really give my thoughts on it because there wasn't enough to go on. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed my reaction to this episode. It wasn't as crazy as the last couple episodes, but I still hope that you enjoyed the reaction, and I will see you guys
It's gonna feel pretty stupid when we find out.